Kuugongelwa-Amadhila says catastrophes affect the most vulnerable and marginalized communities who often lack the capacity to cope with and effectively recover from such crises. She reminded the nation that disasters can derail development agendas as resources needed for relief and response must be diverted. There is thus need to adopt and build resilience among sectors and within the most vulnerable communities. Thus, government's focus remains on disaster preparedness and resilience building.
Every sector and individual in Namibia has a role to play in managing disaster risks. Our disaster risk legal framework makes provision for the establishment of disaster risk management committees at village, towns, constituencies, regional and national levels. These committees are necessary in the case of disasters to assess the extent of the damage, mobilize the required relief, and to effect a timely response.
She implored on stakeholders, town councils and traditional authorities not to allow households to be erected in flood-prone areas. Community members themselves were also advised to desist from settling in flood-prone areas which put their lives at risk of natural disasters. Namibia's international partners pledged to support the country's efforts to manage risks.
The World Food Programme remains committed to supporting the Namibian government in implementing disaster risk reduction strategies to respond effectively to climate shocks and environmental breakdown.
With the number of catastrophic events predicted to grow by 40% between 2015 and 2030, assisting the affected communities to mitigate and adapt, anticipating hazards before they occur, and managing them efficiently is more essential than ever.
Tonatenia Imbodi, NBC News, Ukwangula.